Things are moving very quickly, guys. Listen very carefully. So, gold telegraph tweet out, BRICS countries are exploring establishing a new reserve currency to better serve their economic interests. A single currency based on a basket of currencies of the BRICS countries. The global economy is changing quickly, right? Exactly. That's their pinpoint, guys, agenda to change this global economy, right? At the end of the day, these people are all on the same team. As we stated so many times before, it doesn't matter what label is placed upon them, right? Onto them. It doesn't matter, guys, because they're all pushing the same narrative and agenda at the end of the day. And one more thing, that they're delaying it as much as they can, guys, so it can be as worse as possible. Something fishy is going on, though, because listen to this from Unusual Whales. Justin Ray Dalio, the billionaire founder of Bridgewater Associates, has given up control of the firm he built into the world's largest hedge fund, per Bloomberg. He is stepping down as Bridgewater co-CIO and handing off voting rights as well. This is fascinating, right? So, world collapsing at the moment, guys. It literally seems like the world is on the verge of collapse, right? All this is happening. Now, it's fascinating as well because Ray Dalio, I'm pretty sure he talked about how there's a new world order. So this is what I'm talking about, guys, right here. I just found the tweet. So basically, every world leading country goes through the cycle. Ray Dalio, what stage is America on, right? Look at this, guys. New order, the rise, the top, the decline, and then new order again, right? A cycle keeps repeating. It never stops. This is why I was talking about how man is governed by the systems, right? And every time history repeats, right? Or if it doesn't, it at least rhymes. Because what happens is, look at this right here, guys. This is crazy to me. Just look. There's always the rise, right? The top, everything's perfect, and then the decline. The decline, look at this. Less productive, overextended, losing competitiveness, wealth gaps, large debts, printing money, internal conflict, loss of reserve currency, weak leadership, and then civil war, revolution. Exactly, right? What takes place every time. These people are literally telling you, so why is he stepping down? Now, if you go to Dan's tweet, quote, bankers are looting the world. You are not in the middle of a recession. You are in the middle of a robbery, right? Exactly. Every time, guys. Listen to this right here. So, it's all about these bankers, right? And guess what? This is why I always stated that if you're partnered with a central banker, you're guaranteed to win, guys, right? These people are definitely in quote-unquote power, right? So, what are they trying to do at the end of the day? Is obviously in the middle of a robbery, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of people are right now saying that they're trying to take out the middle class. I mean, if anybody has eyes to see and ears to hear, they definitely are. How? Because inflation, just look at inflation throughout the world, guys, right? Not just in your country, but literally throughout the world. Inflation is sky high. They are intentionally destroying everything, guys, right? But it needs to get worse, though, in my opinion. I know it may sound like weird to say, but in my opinion, it needs to get even worse and worse and worse because they need to make people suffer and suffer and suffer a lot, right? To the point that we are asking, or we will ask for the solution, and they will bring it upon us, guys. Look at this right here. Fascinating connection. Control the money, control the world. Central bank digital currencies will be programmed to be used against you. They will also expire, preventing you from building lasting wealth. Listen very carefully. There's a lot of crazy connections.
Because it is digital, it means the money can be programmed to be spent in any way in which the central bank or the government decides. So one of my particular concerns is the World Economic Forum, because they're talking about implementing a carbon allowance. Now, this means each individual will be given a certain amount of, whether it's credit or whatever it is, carbon that they are allowed to emit. And how do they implement that? Through a central bank digital currency. So if I buy too many plane tickets, or if I buy too much meat, because those things are all supposedly very bad for the environment, my money when I go to fill up my car could then be declined. So now they're literally controlling what we can and can't do with our money. It's also important to realize that the money can expire. So during times of economic uncertainty, central banks love to print We could get to a point where they say, instead of printing money, you have to spend at least 10% of your savings in the next 3 months. If you don't spend that money in the next 3 months, then that money is going to expire. And if you can't save money, well, then you can't build long-lasting generational wealth. You're always going to be a slave to the system. And, I don't think people really understand the severity of this. Money is literally the energy which fuels your life. If you don't have freedom of money, you don't have freedom of anything. Dan, I know you talk about the Second Amendment. If they don't need to necessarily get rid of the Second Amendment, but they can just say, they can program your money so that you can't actually go and buy a gun. So again, it really is the most tyrannical form of surveillance we will ever see.
Interesting, but one other point is that if you're already using a currency, right, or any type of currency that's governed by the system, you're already basically in the system, right? So at the end, guys, what will they bring and show the people, right? They'll implement these CBDCs, right? So it's pretty crazy, guys. It is pretty crazy. Next here comes from Zero Hedge. Liz Truss says British economy, quote unquote, needs a reset as market conditions worsen. Needs a reset, right? Exactly, guys. As market conditions worsen, they'll need this to happen first, very much to the highest degree, right? Very severe. Then they'll bring upon the reset. If you go down here, guys, there's a few things to talk about now. It is a concrete reality that the new PM has been a participant in the Davos meetings, held by the World Economic Forum, right? It seems like all these people are interconnected, guys, like we talked about before as well. A central hub of globalism that acts as a think tank and propaganda mill where the new narratives are born. Specifically, the WEF is most known for its quote-unquote Great Reset mantra, right? The fourth industrial revolution concept. Wow. The shared economy is the source of the phrase, quote, "You'll own nothing and be happy," which actually comes from an article written by the WEF and published by Forbes magazine, titled, "Welcome to 2030. I own nothing, have no privacy, and life has never been better." Wow, look at this, guys. Have no privacy. Oh my, we literally talked about it, how we're going to basically exchange our privacy for safety, right? More safety. That correlates with what CBDCs and whatnot. More centralization, more totalitarian. Wow. Far from being a conspiracy theory, the Great Reset is commonly presented by the WEF as the ultimate end game and agenda, not just an idea, right? Wow, guys. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Any legitimate conservative leader or candidate would therefore know about globalist terminology such as the term reset and try to avoid it using it at all costs, right? It can be taken as a mistake, but Truss' recent use of the term raises eyebrows considering her past affiliation with the WEF. She states that, quote, "We believe in making it easier for wealth creators, doers, and makers to get things done. Britain's economy needs a reset. We cannot continue on the current trajectory of managed decline. Instead, we must take a new direction. I'll lead us down that path to a better future." Wow, guys, what is happening? Did she literally state that? No way, right? Wow. Look at this. A key requirement built in any economic quote-unquote reset would be the collapse of the old model, right? The old guard has to go away. So now the new guard can take its place. Wow. I can't believe my eyes, right? These people are all friends, all one big happy family like we talked about so many times before. Now, unusual on March 11th, 2008, Jim Cramer said to his viewers, "Bear Stearns is fine, do not take your money out." A week later, it was bankrupt, right? And now he states that whoever gets Credit Suisse is going to do quite well. So does that mean the collapse is inbound, right? Perhaps, guys. Which connects to this tweet. If Credit Suisse uses the XRPL, it's over. We will see $100 immediately. Nobody can argue against this. Watching this news closely. Imagine all I do know is XRP's targeting what all the money guys basically, right? So people don't really or truly see XRP's price because XRP is unknown value basically. Who really knows how high XRP can truly get to, right? But you know what's fascinating from Ripple themselves, guys? No, I'm not joking around, or they're not joking around because Ripple states this. Credit Suisse solving the problems of cross-border payments back in 2016. Wait, what? A connection to Ripple and Credit Suisse as well? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Something seems odd, guys. Maybe perhaps it doesn't, right? In a new 135-page report, Credit Suisse offers their research and expertise on blockchain, declaring that it will fundamentally change every aspect of banking and finance in the next 10 years. What? Furthermore, the report comes to the same conclusion as Ripple on the question of where these shifts will occur first and have the most significant impact: cross-border payments. Wow, because it's all about finance, guys, right? It's all about money. Where and why they're trying to collapse, not trying, but they will collapse the economy, right? The current one. Quote, a shared ledger system creates significant opportunity for cost cutting in a number of areas where current processes are slow, cumbersome, and highly frictional. These areas include the processing of trades in securities, trade finance, and also in payments, particularly cross-border payments transactions. Credit Suisse cites Ripple as example tech for banks to cut costs and increase revenues in payments. What? What, guys? Wait a minute. Wow. Isn't it funny because Ripple has been interconnected with all of these people, right? Since the beginning of time. Think about that for a moment. Wow, I just can't believe my eyes, right? It's basically guaranteed, guys. It's basically guaranteed, but obviously not financial advice at the end of the day. But anyways, that's hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys please like, share, amazing day. Anyways, see ya.